Hi everybody, my name is Megan Smith-Campbell, and in this video we will be talking about the stigma that follows video games and our youth. Now, this video I hope shows that video games are not as bad as people have made them out to be in the past. I will touch on three main points. Point one will be why the studies done in the past are now grossly inaccurate. This is due to the fact that we now have a dependency on technology. Point two will be how children and students actually benefit from being able to use video games as an outlet. And point three will be how video games are not just for kids, they're also for adults. Now, in an article written in 2011 by Scott Steinberg from ABC News, showed that the Education Development Center, as well as the Ready to Learn initiative, found that curriculum that involved digital media, such as video games, actually helped improve early literacy when coupled with a strong parental environment. The study was done with children ages 4 to 5, and it showed that these children had an increase in letter recognition, sound association, and the understanding of basic concept and stories. By allowing this different type of delivery channel, we are allowing for children to be able to learn in a new, fun manner that may not be able to be noticed as they're learning something. I personally grew up with video games. I have had every console you can think under the sun. And I have to thank Assassin's Creed to actually being able to pass my history classes. For those that don't know, Assassin's Creed is a game that takes the players back in time. It shows different eras of history, and you run into different people that influenced the lives we live in now. Thankfully, they showed different dates along with different people in history, and I was able to pass with flying colors. And I do believe that by having this type of outlet and by having this different type of learning method, that I was able to retain information a lot better than I would have just by reading a book. Research published by Popular Media Culture actually showed that previous studies linking violent games with aggression didn't always compare the type of games and difficulty levels to games that people are playing now. The study comes out and it tries to help settle the argument that video games create an undesirable characteristics such as laziness, violence, addiction, and depression. The spokesperson, Isabella Granick, from the University of Radboud in the Netherlands, stated, "To understand the impact of video games on a child's development, a more balanced perspective is needed. The mass perception as of right now is that playing video games creates laziness, aggression, and undesirable characteristics. Actually, it shows that we are able to strengthen cognitive skills. There is an increased ability in remembering key points, and as well as helping people develop their perception skills." Now, just like technology, people change and evolve to fit in a certain environment. With the technology day that we live in, we must be able to develop and grow with these types of advancements. Instead of crucifying video games, why not use it as a learning tool? The Popular Media Culture also researched this topic, stating that studies found that children who played online games with other players and with other friends were less likely to have problems relating to other children. It also showed that students or kids that were playing more solitary games, single-player games, performed better academically. Kids statistically showed an increase in awareness socially and academically when exposed to video games. But games are also being used for adults to be able to help them conquer problems that they're going with in their day-to-day lives. Adults may use video games as a way to escape, as a way to relax after a long day. No matter the reason, they are using this as an outlet, being able to let go of these outside stressors, people are able to perform their jobs and have a better home life and even fight depression. Now, research was done in 2010 by the Office of Naval Research. The Office of Naval Research found that video games can help adults process information much faster, as well as improve their abilities to reason and solve problems. Dr. Ray Perez, the ONR officer, stated that we have discovered that video game players perform 10 to 20% higher in terms of perceptual and cognitive abilities the normal people and non-gamers. Now, I hope this speech helped people realize that video games are not as bad as people have made them out to be in the past. We discussed how these types of studies show that research done in the past are now obsolete. We have grown as a society to use technology, but yet we aren't using it to our best abilities. It also stated that video games positively impact a student and a child's mental health and social abilities, as well as it also showed that adults benefit from video games too. By being able to use this as an outlet, we are able to perform 10 to 20% better in our jobs and in our social lives. Now, video games in moderation can train the brain and improve these cognitive abilities. With the recent studies that are shown, we have a positive impact, but we are not using it to its full potential. I hope this answered any questions. If there are any more, my email is always available, and I thank you for your time and for your attention.